So June, what are we looking at here? Putting in some lazy jacks, which was more straightforward perhaps than I thought. A bit of a sail on the anniversary, year's anniversary of me actually arriving in Watchet, and we'll finish off with the greatest invention of since the wheel, namely the wheelbarrow. So first of all, let's have a look at lazy jacks, and I've been looking at a few videos of people sailing, and I've noticed that there's a particular vocabulary, a sailing vocabulary that people use all the time, and that's two words that I very rarely use, and that's the words awesome and stoked. So whilst putting up the lazy jacks, I thought I'd give myself a bit of challenge and see how many times, not many actually, but see how many times I could in context use the words awesome and stoked. No prizes for spotting them, by the way, it's simply a personal challenge. So anyway, let's have a look at putting the lazy jacks in. Right, here's the Barton Marine lazy jack system. I like the way they've got it in the box here actually, with the diagram linking to the actual bits so you know what they are. And then underneath there's a whole load of spaghetti. Got the tools sorted out, and although you get screws with it, they seem to be slightly the wrong length. And I didn't know whether I should get some 40mm or some 25mm. 40mm or some 25mm. So there you go. Right, do measurements and then mask out. Could take the sail off. So, tape to mark out, etc. Had a choice here. I could use some blue tape or some white tape. Blue tape or some white tape. There you go. Right, so sail off. Mark out the sort of areas where the different things are going to go with tape. Mastermate on. Right, to see that train there, in order to go, it has to be stoked. Yeah. So that is a totally stoked train. Right, do you know what's really useful when you're doing a job like this? It's when the boat next door, beautiful boat next door, has got exactly the same reefing system. Train, even though it's going backwards, stoked. I've adjusted these and I've pushed, it's probably into the sun actually. No. I've adjusted the lines so it looks a bit more like the lazy jacks on other systems. So basically what I did is I put it a couple of feet higher up the mast, and it looks a lot more like the boat next door. And I've also had a look around the other boats, so time to drill some holes. Well, a bit not happy to be honest. This Stanley thing for putting rivets in, it's supposed to be a heavy duty one, and I thought I'd try on the boom first before the mast, because obviously it's been awkward up there, and to actually get it in and get the thing to snap, I've actually bent the top up, but this looks a bit more substantial. Yeah, so there we go. This is, I'll try it out on the boom first. Right, so there you go, sorted. A couple of these on either side, one of those in the middle. It took me ages to decide where to put this, which direction to face it in, and where to put the cleat, because obviously I've got the slab reefing line coming along there. So let's see if I did that right or not. Anyway, once you've got the right tools, surprisingly easy, very easy in fact. I'm doing it from a kit. The only issue I had was not having the right rivet gun at the beginning. The rest of it was a piece of cake. Going to have to wait for a sea trial of these. I have actually put the sails up and taken them down in the sea, but there was no wind, so there's no point to see whether or not they were really useful or not. But I realised it was it's the year anniversary since I sailed in to watch it, and on that occasion I'd hand steered for about 7 hours from Swansea because the tiller pilot had broken again. It was a full 6. It was tricky. I didn't really enter well anyway, but so it wasn't perfect. But of course, in my mind, in the intervening period in the last year, I've kind of romanticised it a little bit. So this is a glimpse of how that first historic entry was in my mind. Yeah, okay, so life is not really like that, is it? But going out for a sail, my very patient and lovely first mate has been hoping to get a sail in the boat for so long, and I thought, even though we haven't got any wind, we've actually got to go out and actually do something. So we literally went out, put the sails up, not a spot of wind at all, as you'll see, but it was still an enjoyable sail. And I think you'll agree that any words of wisdom come out of her mouth and not out of mine. So let's have a look at this.
Can you see a little yellow dot on the horizon, kind of over there towards your right, about 1 o'clock?
No, I just see a boat.
See the boat? Go along on the horizon, just about half a finger's length along, and there's a little tiny yellow dot on the horizon.
I think I know what you mean. You want me to head there?
Yeah.
Are you ready yet?
Do you want me to take over?
Not unless you really need to.
I was just I've been kind and sorting out your line
Okay.
for the way back. How are you doing, Trixie?
Straighten out.
Straighten out. How's Mummy doing? She's good at steering, is she? Come on.
Don't seem to be getting any closer.
I'm going to see if I can set this so that it tells us where we're going.
Well, it would be nice to know where we're going.
Right, can you see that at all?
Yeah.
That's basically, it's drawn a fake road on there. You're the little black thing, and that red arrow is telling you where to go to, so you're spot on at the moment.
Reassuring. Sort of.
So how is your first day on Serenity?
Oh, I'm enjoying it.
Even though that we've got no wind?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah. I prefer it to be this way than the other way.
Use the glamour?
Oh.
Yeah. So 2.6. Actually, 2.6 knots of wind. Yeah, and we're going 3.2. That means pretty much all of that wind is being caused by us pushing through the air.
You need to get out. What are you going to do? Go past it or?
Yeah, we'll go around it.
Oh.
Just for the sake of it.
Look at the boy, Trixie.
No, I'm fine, thank you. You see what it says just down there?
No, what does it say?
Going Oh, you're right.
Your message much appreciated. Yeah, no.
I'll tell you what, I'll get you to switch off the engine. To switch off the engine, don't touch the key from it. You see the button marked stop
No?
at the bottom?
There?
No, a bit further up.
Ah.
Yeah, press that button and then turn the key anti-clockwise to off. That's it. Perfect.
So there you go. At least it's out on the water, and it's been steaming hot, fantastic weather. Watch It in the meantime has been celebrating, as I say, the invention of the wheel. I mean, the rest of the world kind of waited for the invention of the second, third and fourth wheels, but in Somerset in particular, the wheelbarrow is considered as something of a sacred method of transport. So we have the annual World Championship wheelbarrow race here, and here's just a quick clip of some of the shenanigans that go on. So thanks for watching this far. You probably did better than I did. Yeah, let's see what the rest of the month brings. Hopefully some wind.